of our shows again? We've got them on podcast. Go to fmmoneytalkradio.com. Scroll down to Podcast on Demand. Pick your show and it's on. Podcast on fmmoneytalkradio.com.
Good morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast. As Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
So I grabbed myself and called 888-994-4995 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning.
So get ready for the time of your life.
Shake off your sleepies, buckle up, because it's
Showtime! Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe morning show with the Brew Crew. And we are a little
We
light
got a
on
small
brew.
brew crew.
There ain't too much brew in the house.
You think they had a little too much Super Bowl in?
I don't know. It's like the hangover after.
I tell you, it's not often that Teddy's the first one here, but I'm glad she is. Good
I'm
morning,
shocked.
Teddy.
You know why? Because Tampa won. That's why. She's happy Tampa won.
You know, if I was actually a betting woman, I would have won from the playoffs to the Super Bowl, but yet I am not.
Why?
So, why?
You have Brady throughout the playoffs? I got to admit, if you have Brady throughout the playoffs, 3 road wins and 1 in Green Bay.
Well, no, just the last one. I can't tell you throughout the playoffs, but the one when the Tampa won. Remember, we had all those predictions.
Yeah, Brady he should have lost somewhere along the line on the road. How do you win on the road?
He's got a lot of angels watching over him, is all I can say. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Anybody see, first of all, Budweiser they had Bud Light commercials. McDonald's was on there as well. They didn't have as many, nowhere near as many, but they were on there. And there was a bunch of new companies. And there was no humor in in it this year.
I saw one. I saw the one with Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.
That one was pretty great.
On the Cheetos. That was disgusting.
That's probably
Meanwhile,
the
she weighs
funniest
all
one.
of like 12 pounds, and she's got Cheetos on her fingers. Like, really? You know what I was hoping at the end of that commercial was? You're going to see her pregnant. And that would be like a whole kind of like pregnancy craving food would have made a whole lot more
She's
sense.
not pregnant.
I know, but the amount that they had her eating and she's about this big didn't make sense. But if at the end they had shown her like with the little baby belly on the, I'm like, oh, that would have made, I thought that would have been funny. They should ask me. You should consult me on your commercials.
Who's the guy from Seinfeld with the bald head that ended up on the shirts?
George Costanza?
That's not his actor. That's who he plays. But that's-
Jason
that guy.
Alexander?
So he was on the shirts. You see that commercial about the shirts?
with the sweater.
With the sweater?
Yeah.
I thought that was the funniest commercial. I thought that was good. But most of the commercials are messages. What about the one from Jeep? First of all, I couldn't keep a dry eye in this thing.
Why?
From Black Lives Matter's the anthem all the way through. Why? Because the Jeep thing came out that we are no longer the United States. We are the reunited States.
Yeah.
And they talked about unity and this and that. But the piece that got to me was when they brought the legendary coach back to life from the Green Bay Packers, the way they opened the game and
Yeah.
they put that commercial in there and he talked about unity. Wow. I mean, if you're a football fanatic, I thought he was alive. And then Jill says, no, Dad,
How'd they
It's
do that?
computers.
It's amazing what they can do with computers. Good morning, new mom. She said she won her square. All is good.
She got how did she win? 3-0.
How'd you win your square, new mom? That's what
I
she's
know.
wondering. New mom is my head of my cheerleader squad, by the way.
Well, that sounds like bigger than just a cheerleader squad. It sounds like a hit squad. Well, she says
She might be. She might be my very own hit squad. Is all I
she
can
don't
say.
fool around. I gotta tell you. And then she goes, and I'm not done with you yet. I said, whoa. But the hangover after the Super Bowl, I thought was
Did
great.
you drink? What hangover did you drink?
I didn't drink at all. I stayed dry.
And
on
what
this one.
hangover are you talking about?
Well, because football yesterday it was like you waited for Mahomes to come back.
He didn't.
He couldn't. He got suffocated. He got hit so many times.
What do you
because-
think it was? You think it was? She says 7-3.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think it was? Was it home field advantage? Was it Tom Brady? It was like the Tom Brady effect. What was it?
Well, I didn't realize. I did not realize until the game when they talked about the coaches. All the coaches in Tampa were either head coaches or viewed in the game as the best. Bowles on defense, who was the head coach of the Jets, he knows something about football. So he studied Mahomes. And what they did was they took away the deep route and they took away the sideline. So number 10, Mr. Hill, he had a real bad day at the office yesterday. I think he caught 2 balls the whole game. This is the fastest man in football. And they changed the complexity of the game. And then you had Peter Paul, who played for the Giants. He's the one that hit Brady so hard when the Giants came back to win that game. You had Sewell, who was there. He came from the Rams, the Dolphins, the Lions, another Super Bowl. Up front, they controlled the line of scrimmage. So what are you going to do? If you can't run the ball, can't throw the ball, you're going to have to eat the ball. And that's why they only scored 9 points.
Good morning to you, Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, I got to tip my hat. They outcoach KC. They took KC to school.
Okay, Taylor, did you watch it? Good morning, Taylor. Look, she's growing up
I
before our eyes.
I watch it a little with my dad, but not that much. I'm not a big football person, so
They should have had a Cold Stone commercial.
First of all, what do you
That's
mean you're
true.
not a football person? Don't you film for FAU football?
I did, but I'm just a camera person, not
A casual
sports.
fan.
She's a
Yeah.
behind the scenes kind of tech casual fan.
Or you don't look at the game itself, you just look at the angles. I can see that. A lot of people do that.
You know, Super Bowl party for you. Teddy, did you go to a Super Bowl party?
It wasn't a party. I went over to a friend's house, and it was like one other couple there with us too. It was just a small little thing.
Wayne Henry went grocery shopping. He says he went to 2 stores and the stores were completely empty. Fantastic. You know, Wayne, not for nothing. But you gotta have to get hip to the game. You have to go Saturday. I went Saturday to the store.
I ordered an Instacart. You saw what I posted? So I
Yeah, what the
posted
hell was that?
in my Instacart order because I've started to cook and I always have delusions of grandeur when I cook now on Sunday nights. And in one of my bags was a little card
Bring a blue.
from the woman who shopped and delivered my groceries that it said, I am important. And it's a whole website. And it's like, I opened it up and
Oh,
it
is that
was-
what that was?
Yes, it
I
was like
saw.
a pay it forward kind of card, like a hope card. It was really kind of
That
cool.
was a bag?
It was in one of my grocery bags. She put it in one of my grocery bags after
lady
she
from
was done
Publix?
shopping. My Instacart shopper, yeah.
Your Instacart shopper
Yes, my
gave you
Instacart.
a bag that says,
No, she brought all my groceries, and in one of the bags, she left a little calling card that said, "You are important. You are special." It was kind of less like a pay it forward, really nice kind of
so
card.
can you ask for that person every time you do Instacart?
I don't know. I was wondering. I gave her good
I think you
ratings,
can.
but
But you give her the 4-star thing like the
I gave her
movies?
the fourth. I gave her a big tip. Not that I intended to, but you know, it like takes a percentage of your grocery bill.
Boy, you know, she's funny.
Yeah, she got a big tip.
She got a big
yesterday.
tip because she gave a little card. I love
No. I
the
tip as
technology.
I do the tipping when I order, and I didn't change the percentage. Like I forgot because it was such a big order that
Have you ever
got
not
a big
given a tip at a restaurant or a facility or something because the service was not good? Have you ever no tipped it?
no,
Never.
I've never
So the
no
guy gets
tipped
spit in
it.
your food and you're still gonna tip him.
I don't think I'd know. I'd probably walk out.
If the waiter came, he was picking his nose and served you the food. First, you wouldn't eat it. I know that, but you would tip him.
No, but I've never had that situation. That's
That
just
you know of.
nasty that I know of. Good
Teddy,
morning.
would you tip them?
Oh God, no, I wouldn't want to. But like, I also did work in a restaurant, and like, I do know how much we depend on tips. So it'd be really hard not to.
So somebody's really. I was eating at a restaurant one time, and the waitress disappeared for 45 minutes, and didn't take our order. So the manager came over and said, "Sir, what's wrong?" I said, "What's wrong? I've been here for 45 minutes. Did the waitress get taken away somewhere?"
You okay?
She's been out
What's
of
the
it for
matter?
weeks.
Teddy, you got to clean this one up.
And she was on the phone fighting with her boyfriend.
That is what happened. So when you went to the store, I did Instacart yesterday. Yesterday was kind of like a cleaning, grocery, cooking, prep kind of day. Taking care of the dog kind
That's
of
the most
day.
ridiculous thing I heard. Yesterday
What,
was Super Bowl
Instacart?
Sunday. No, cleaning, grocery. You don't do that on
It's
Super Bowl
Sunday.
Sunday.
I was going to ask, do people actually relax on Sundays? Is that a thing?
What do you want me to
Super
go get
Bowl
my?
Sunday.
You want me to go get my violin?
No,
Is this
no.
like a pity party?
Not at all. I'm just asking. Do you relax on Sundays? You always relax.
I relax on Monday through Friday.
I know.
And then
Taylor,
Saturday
you
and
relax
Sunday.
on Sundays?
Not really, just because I feel like I save all my like homework and stuff to Sunday.
Yeah.
and I
Save
don't
all the
need
errands,
to.
the laundry, the groceries, cleaning up, the pre-cleaning, the putting laundry away from 2 weeks prior, all of that stuff. I've got this system, so I do laundry and then it sits on the dryer for a week. By the following week, it's still sitting on the dryer. So now I've got 2 weeks worth of clothes sitting on the dryer. Then I have to put it away, but then I'm 2 weeks behind, and then it's time to do another load of laundry. It just doesn't make it from my laundry room to be put away. Just a thing. I know, so I'm always like a week behind on cleaning up.
I've come up with a new system.
Yeah?
Yeah, in my closet, I'm going to have my clean clothes, and I'm going to put on Monday through Friday. And then I'm going to have a basket, so when I finish there, they go in there. Okay, but the only thing is, I used to have a lid clothes basket in my closet, because you got to close the lid. You can't put used clothes with the lid open. So I'm sort of weighing what I'm going to do.
About dirty clothes?
Yeah, maybe I put it in the laundry room. That way I don't have to carry it, because I hate carrying clothes to the
You know what's probably the greatest invention? Back in the day where you had the dumbwaiter and you could throw your clothes from one floor down to the
You had
next.
to be on the second floor.
How cool would that be, though?
But on the first floor, it doesn't work.
I know
though.
you have to have a second floor, so you don't have to walk downstairs. Imagine it's a kid taking everything and throwing it. Why it's called a dumbwaiter, I don't know. It's like the weird. We should totally look up the
'Cause
origin
you're
of
too dumb to carry
of
downstairs.
dumbwaiter.
That's
No,
why.
it
That's
can't
why.
be.
It is.
What?
Some
Or
of
the
them do. In Manhattan, they do.
remote
First
control
of all,
laundromat.
it's just you and Chuck. How much stuff
It's
can
not
you
a lot,
do in your
and
house
actually,
with
it's
two people?
it's actually just my laundry because he does his own.
So what are
Ever
you
since
talking
COVID, he
about?
does his own laundry. So Saturday, wait, I don't know if I should tell everyone this secret, but Saturday I went COVID testing because I wanted to see my parents Saturday night. There is a place at FAU. Nobody's there.
They do the rapid test.
They do the rapid test.
I don't believe in the rapid test.
I told you.
I knew you didn't. I was going to call you, but if I called you, you would have freaked out. Like, why are you going for COVID
Did they
testing?
stick
So I
that
didn't.
thing in your
True.
nose?
I
Yes.
appreciate
I
you
can't
not
do
calling
it.
me.
She
for
would have
that.
freaked out. Like, I just
Yeah.
saw you Friday night. Why are you going for COVID testing on Saturday? But because I wanted to see my mom and dad for her birthday, so I wanted to make sure. Yes, I did the rapid test. They do it both sides, blah blah blah, and back in
pass.
15 minutes.
Pass. Pass.
But I'm just saying, if anyone is looking, it is there, and they are. It took me longer to register on my phone than it did for the testing to get it back. They were amazing. I think it's run by the National Guard, I believe.
Yeah, and once you register once, you don't have to register again. You just keep your barcode. So you can go back and you just scan that same barcode.
Yeah, but they stick that in your nose.
Yeah, but that's how they got to do it anyway.
Pass. Pass.
Well,
pass.
You have to get it
Yeah.
stuck up your
Hard
nose.
pass. No, my nose is very sensitive. I can't even touch my nose.
and they've got it down to a science. But I got to tell you, it was got to be the national. It was kind of. I've never
They
been
go
like.
all the way up there? Touch your brain?
They didn't touch my brain, but they were like boom, boom, boom. They had it organized. I mean, it's literally 5 minutes
I have
from
to
here.
pass. I have
You
to
can pass. I'm just saying. And yes, it's negative. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been here, and I wouldn't have seen my mother for her birthday. But it was
But that's
nice
the
to have
other
that
bad
peace of
news.
mind.
Now I'm more worried that you're having these tests done. I want you to stay away.
I just told you it
far
was
away.
negative
Yeah, but I don't know why you testing.
because
Too much of testing going on over
because
here.
I wanted to see my parents, and I didn't want to,
And how
heaven
is your
forbid, expose
parents?
them. They were better by the time, chocolate cake and gubba rum solves everything for my mom. She says, I'm canceling. I'm not having anybody over. It was just us, the kids. We picked up dinner, and my sister. I'm not having everyone over. I said, I already bought the cake. You got to have us over. So I brought her a double chocolate fudge cake with red roses and a bottle of Gubba Gold. You know what? By the end of the night, she was happy. She was, do I need to keep it in the refrigerator? You don't have to do anything. She was very happy as could be.
I'm glad that you had a successful weekend washing your clothes and seeing your mom.
Just telling you, Gubba Gold and chocolate makes all
You know, if you
things
drink
better.
Gubba before you do the laundry, it's the happy dance. You could dance your way to the laundry.
That's exactly it. We have a big event that we booked over the weekend with Fem City.
I heard about this. I'm very confused about this event.
Why? It's like what we did before with Fem City
yeah, but you're
with
using
Gubba.
the little boxes,
Now we are doing
but
it
you don't have them.
yet. No, I'm not using the boxes. Now we are going to be doing a cocktail event through Fem City with Lost Harbor.
Okay, like you did before with the Gubba. So now you're gonna do it with Fem City. Well, I'm excited about that. I just didn't understand it. I guess Vinny and Slick will be here because I don't get invited.
I invited you. I sent
No,
it to you.
didn't. She told me no men allowed, and I see Vinny and Slick were here. How'd they get in here?
Okay. Anyway.
Huh?
I invited you.
Oh, Vinny?
The invitations haven't gone out. Right
That
now,
isn't
it's an
true.
idea that
She
we
didn't invite
are.
me. She didn't invite me.
Oh, he's impossible. Mom and Dad are fighting again. I know, therapy at its best. How does anyone ever get through to you? You're so stubborn.
Because it's true. You don't invite me.
Teddy, help me out.
You're tearing this family apart.
You're tearing the family apart. Stop
No
it.
one invited me. I felt very, very hurt.
Stop. That's why
And
we're
I
doing
said to Vinny,
Oh my
Vinny, how'd you get here? He says, I didn't say anything. I just put my head down. They didn't even know I was here. That's how we got in.
That is actually pretty true because I don't remember Vinny being there.
Right. And Teddy was the one doing the shaking and the baking up front.
He was my little helper.
He was
So-
your helper? Really?
New mom says she's coming. I wasn't thinking of using the little tins, you know, the bigger ones that I got from United Way. I'm thinking of doing something more along those lines.
How many people are you going to fit in here?
10.
If
But-
We fit some last time.
10, but
if you get the pop-up and you open the gate, you can fit 5 more.
I told her 10 to 15, but she wants to open up to a virtual link also.
Oh,
that's
that's
a
a
pay
different
gate.
animal.
So, no,
You can, but
why not?
you can, but
But-
you can. You put
Like,
one.
yeah,
you
what
put-
can I throw
you
at
put
you?
One, you put one camera up.
So that is the other side of what
Why
we're
did she
talking
just run
about.
out of here?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
She has gas?
That's
What's she
the other
got?
side of what we're talking about. It's because we're on limited capacity for COVID. We have our 10 to 15 limit and then opening it
Why
up.
are you running around?
Could you get me ducks so I can throw at you?
Oh, jeez. Really? Really?
my prop master. Thank you. Yes. Ammunition in the house. Bam. So much
First
better.
of all, don't teach them to be abusive.
It's not abusive.
Yeah,
it's just a
because if she went to
necessity.
get these, she's learning to be abusive. And my attorney already warned you.
It's because
Do not do this.
Dad, you're breaking up the family. Wow, talk about guilt. I have never
Now,
even heard
I
that
gotta tell
one.
you
That's,
something.
like, that's like a heartbreaker.
I can tell you something. You're going to have another issue. Because
Thank
my
you.
friend Jeff from Promo Stuff For You is watching.
But he has more than 10.
It doesn't matter. You're going to have to handle the situation.
Okay.
now. Okay. As long as I don't have to. Because Promo Stuff For You has merch store.
Has the merch store. And 10 to 15 is really what our capacity is. And, you know, that is what we're going to, and everyone's going to be at tables. We're going to borrow the tables from next door. We're going to do, I'm thinking 3 drinks, Teddy? New mom said she can help bartend or she's just coming.
She can do whatever she wants.
Your mom is
I don't think I have
what?
the power to stop new mom.
How many? Yeah, I know she's a little scary. How do you do this? You give 3 drinks. You teach people how to do 3 different drinks.
We got to figure out the logistics of the kit as to.
And when is it? This Friday?
No, end of March.
Oh,
Plenty of time to figure out the
from here to the end
logistics.
of March, I can have
It's my
15
birthday.
parties.
We're doing. Maybe I should make it my birthday party. Your birthday party too.
No, I don't want female birthday party.
Really, you're the only man that wouldn't want a female birthday party.
No, No.
All the femmes from Fem
First
City
of all,
and New
women
Mom and
are
Summer.
vicious. Except for Summer and New Mom. All the rest. Give me my gaba. Give me my drink.
You know what? When they're drinking, they get very
Touchy-feely,
territorial.
aggressive. Oh my God,
No.
they piss on the tree.
right, Teddy? Didn't that happen?
Yes.
They get territorial.
Yes.
They want
Right,
more
don't
of this and not of that.
I will
Everyone
work
is.
security at the door.
You should.
I will. I have a big gun.
Everyone, no gun, but everyone is
No, big
like, I
gun.
want more of this. I need more mint. So I think we do a cake by the harbor.
Now where are you going?
And we have to figure out the other two. Maybe we can do the creamsicle. But I need to figure out how many bottles we need, all the logistics of the drink.
Listen, I spoke to Crazy Uncle Mike, a good friend of the show, and I'm gonna invite him to come down to talk to Wayne. Wayne, if you're listening, I told him a little bit about what we want to do, and he actually bought in to Lost Harbor, and I thanked him for doing that.
Oh, and Wayne, if you're listening, Fem City is all in on doing that event we spoke about also.
And Wayne, if you're listening, I got another eatery, Angelo's in Meisner Park, a second, who's gonna be coming down here during the week.
Is it in Meisner?
Right, it's
In the vicinity?
Don't blow my spot. If I knew that, I would have said it's in Meisner. I think it's outside of Meisner. But he
Okay.
said Meisner.
Okay.
So I told him about some of the things that we've done, and he says, "Holy cow!" He's from Queens. He's a Queens guy. He says, "I used to have a radio show and everything else." So Angelo will be coming down and checking us out if we need more eateries. And then this morning, I got the bagel guy wants more information. So we are on the rise, bringing in the eateries, giving them a shot in the arm, see if we can help them out. Because
But-
I'm thinking about that other event that we don't have any answer to yet.
What event?
The one at that park.
Oh. Remember the artist we had on the other day, Jessica Hughes, the one in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
She texted me last night. She has blown up with
I saw
people
that.
trying to interview her,
I saw
wanting to interview her. She is so busy and thanked us for the incredible exposure of getting her message out and her artwork out. We have another artist coming tomorrow. You've got someone coming in today, another big female empowerment
Women
business
on Wall
networker.
Street.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I don't know what it's about because it's that whole woman empowerment thing. So I sort of said, okay, talk to Dawn. But I did some research on it. I'm going to tell you, powerful
Oh my
women
gosh,
on Wall
I
Street
know.
and stuff. And everything she's doing is pretty good stuff.
So that's coming up today. And I think we've got Cracker Barrel on today, yes?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? How was your weekend? Not so good.
Did you work or watch the game?
Both.
We also have a new show coming on today.
Oh, that's right. You got
Is
your
that
new
starting
thing,
today?
right?
Me. That's
Oh,
me.
your show. What time?
11.
What's the name of the
Right.
show?
Talking to Taylor.
And talking to Taylor, it starts at 11 o'clock. Do we got the elements and everything done?
Yeah, on my computer.
What are you talking about?
I'm interviewing my friend from Italy today.
Wow.
Right out of the box?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Well, I also have some breaking
That's
news.
awesome. What are you talking about?
She used to be a foreign exchange student, so we're going to be talking about that and when I went to Italy to visit her, stuff like that.
How'd you meet her?
Well, she was a foreign exchange student at my high school.
Oh, that's so
So,
cool.
yeah.
That's very cool.
I want to be a foreign exchange student.
Well, I love how they can utilize the platform. I love it when they step out of the box and just they go all the way.
Well, I got
to
another piece of news for you, utilizing the platform. How would you like to have an Ant Media studio in Hong Kong?
Okay.
Lucy, if you're watching, hi. We're talking about it, and she's a trading company that does different exports. So there's a little bit of music that we're talking about.
Can they get me some handbags also?
Take it easy. How come we choose always what can they get me?
Exports, imports.
They probably can.
You
but that's
say
not-
export, I think shopping.
They
No.
probably can, but I'm not leading that way. I wanted
No,
to,
not a thing. Let's export some really
Yes,
great handbags.
jewelry, all
All
sorts
those
of
good
stuff from
stuff.
Hong Kong. It's kind of
They got good
interesting.
stuff, nail tech things.
And I met Lucy because she thought I was somebody else, and we had a conversation that was carrying somebody else's name. Hey, Kenneth, how are you? Hey, Lucy, how are you? This went out for a month.
Oh my
I
goodness.
said, Lucy, I got to tell you the truth. My name isn't Kenneth.
I don't know how you find people like that. You just keep going.
She found me. And this one was on WhatsApp. WhatsApp.
What's up? You
What's up?
should,
What's up?
you
Whatever.
should start a new app called What's Up. Can you imagine? Let's create. I'm going to talk to our
Have
executive
you never
producer.
met anybody on any of the sites that thought you were somebody else? That's never happened to you?
No.
Really?
Your name is on the site. Wayne says great.
Yeah. No, he said great about Crazy Uncle Mike's. You have never had anybody think you're somebody else?
No.
Come on Instagram.
You guys ever? Nope.
Not that I can. I mean, other than people thinking I'm my sister, but
So nobody's ever said, hi, whatever, Michelle. I met you at a party and yada, yada. Nobody's ever done that.
no.
Wow, there must be something wrong with me.
They say, hi, you're going to be my future wife. I get creeping things, but
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
gotten creepy stuff, but
Yeah.
no one's ever said like, "Hello, so and so." It's not me, except for those political texts. I've gotten a lot of those that were not me.
yeah, I'm glad those,
So you get married on the internet with people that don't know you.
I don't get married. I then block them.
They want you to be there. Do you answer them?
No,
Did you say hello to start that conversation?
no. I just get random
And
things.
people send pictures and stuff?
No.
Is still a thing?
No, I don't get, no, I do not get pictures. Do you?
No.
No, I don't get pictures. No, I stop the conversations. I don't engage in that conversation.
I got 6 musicians over the weekend.
Oh, we have
and
to
they're
call that
dropping me
other one
tracks.
also.
And they're dropping me tracks. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what there's anything to talk about. If you can sing, send me the track and then we'll talk. Otherwise, I'm going to talk to death with you and you're going to send me a track and it sounds like Godzilla takes Japan and then I got to tell you no.
So I go shopping over the weekend to get some more stuff for the studio because clearly we've got so much room here. And I go in and I get some things. I have to ask this guy for help, and he helps me up to the front. Someone else walks in. Do they have more of those? In the back. At the checkout line. Do they have more of those? In the back. Can I get those? In the back. How do you know what they look like? Pictures right here. In the back. I was at a thrift store, so you know what's there? Not a whole lot in the back, but I should
Where did you
I
get
should work
those
at the thrift
carpets?
store.
In the back.
In the back. And I was texting Teddy the colors, turquoise or brown. And she's like, well, brown is kind of goes and it's neutral, but turquoise is like a great color. I'm like, yeah, brown is like the brown dress, and I'm going to hate it as soon as I open it.
Yeah.
Turquoise.
First of all, the color that you got, you're going to have to change those again. Now, the ones that are out there can be cleaned.
You should have told me that a month ago when I asked you. You told me throw them away.
I never said throw them away.
You must have been having a moment of
No, you
mental
said
clarity.
I like to buy 2 new throws, and I said then go get them. But that doesn't mean throw these away. I can use these.
Where? Of course you can.
I can recycle them.
We're going to be our own thrift store crew. We're going to repurpose what we have.
Don't you ever clean a rug?
I
The problem is
wanted
that we
to.
don't have a good vacuum.
I wanted to clean the rugs and the chairs. We can get
No, the
the.
chairs is a different animal. I
I'll
can't
get
help
us
you.
a Stanley steamer that cleans furniture. It
What
cleans
about-
rugs.
That's what we need exactly.
What about the spray you put on there? You let it dry, and then you vacuum it. I used to use that in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't
we
been
need
able
to-
to
This is
find
a
that
thing.
thing.
You need a strong vacuum for
That's
it.
the
I don't
problem.
Think
I had a
either of our
Kirby.
vacuums do that. Yeah.
Yeah, our vacuums won't do that. You got
There
a
you
shop
go.
vac?
That'll work.
You got everything.
A shop vac will work. Listen, I saw your profile on LinkedIn. Yeah, we're going to talk. What are you, 12? We want to bring up the professionalism of you.
I haven't touched it.
I'm loyal. I'm a loyal.
Bugs.
Yeah.
It says you're loyal.
She says I'm very loyal.
You are very loyal. You're like a puppy.
And I know commercials.
Man's
and stuff.
best friend.
And you have a lot more attributes I want you to highlight, but it's good. I noticed it. Didn't you get my request for friendship on LinkedIn?
Wayne says stalker.
Yes.
We got stalkers. We do have stalkers.
I got some real strange stalkers.
I had to tell you, new mom stood up for me yesterday.
Oh, we're back to that again?
Yeah.
Again?
That's-
That's still a
again.
thing?
It's still a thing, Lucy.
Ay, Dios mío, papá Dios.
Stalkers. You don't
So-
know what you're talking about, yes.
So there's this new thing on Instagram. I don't know if you guys are hip to it, where it tells you when somebody's going live.
Really?
Yeah, it gives you like a message, right?
Mhm.
So I click into it. It's like 100 a day. But I click in to see if I can find some guests. So there's this young lady who does a Spanish radio show. And I got inspired because it reminds me of Lena. I said, wow, this chick. And the way they put it together was kind of cool. But they don't have the show on the air. They have her phone on the air, which makes no sense to me.
What do you mean?
I don't know how they're doing it. So I asked her, are you on real radio or are you on online radio? I'm on online radio. I guess I got to find the site. But anyway, long story short of it, I called a Spanish brokerage station that I used to do business with in
Yeah.
the day. and I'm thinking of buying time for Fuego on the Latin beat.
That's how I met you. Do you remember when I met you back in the day? Like,
That's what started it.
right? Like a decade ago?
Because you guys wanted
We
to
wanted
do something
we
in
wanted
Spanish.
Latin radio time.
So check this out. I go to this party, right? And I meet Dawn and Chuck, and they're at this party. Linda took me.
Yeah.
So I meet these people, and they got a guy who's a Spanish voice in the business. They don't need me. They need him. They're picking my brain. How do we put him to work?
But they didn't have Spanish radio. They just had someone who wanted time on radio.
Right. But when I told them, yeah, we could do it here to Miami, they said, nah, we're going to go up north.
They never did
They
it.
never did it.
Never did anything with it. But that's how I met you 10, 12 years ago? 2011.
You were going to do the Spanish beat?
10 years ago. I know. Isn't that funny? New mom says Scotch Guard. Good idea. We should. Oh, good morning.
And it lives.
he's still around.
Yeah,
How
it
you
lives.
doing?
What you bring, your psychedelic sneakers?
Yeah. Slick's in the house. Really? You're upset that Casey didn't win? It was not even close. It was not even a game. What was the best Super Bowl snack you guys had?
The girl whose house we went to made jalapeno poppers with cheese.
Oh, those are good.
and
How'd
it
you do
was-
with that?
It was so amazing.
Are
I
you
can eat
allowed
them.
to eat that?
They put them in the air fryer.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
There was no flour on it. They just made them instead of putting flour. They just like crisped them in the air fryer. Yeah, they did everything. They were really nice. They made everything gluten free for me.
That's so nice. Air fryers
Yeah.
are like the new thing.
We have one.
Do you love it?
You could dry fruit and everything in them bad boys.
It's like a,
Yeah.
Ours is like a toaster oven with an air fryer feature, so
Yeah.
it's not just an air fryer, and you should love
You like it? Do you,
it. I don't really use it.
do you-
Everyone loves
do
them.
you cook at home?
Yeah.
All the time?
Yeah.
What is your number one dish?
Anything Italian with Zach, and when I'm at my parents.
Yeah, but give me a specific. Anything Italian is not specific. What is your go-to? What are you known for?
Pasta, sauce, and meatballs.
Boy, can a millennial ever answer a question? What
She
kind
probably
of pasta?
makes really good food. 'Cause if you ever see
make
her lunches, they're
Alfredo?
amazing.
Yeah, but she don't. You
Her
made all that food.
hamburgers.
Well, your lunches are you? Oh, okay. That's
She makes really good lunches.
What you do for a Super Bowl for snacks? Or
That's-
did you do any?
Well, Chuck ate a bowl of a bag of chips and salsa, I think, and
It's not a snack.
a bag. I think he ate while I was cooking dinner.
It's about 4,000 points.
Exactly. You know, this whole point thing is like really limiting.
It's
But-
not. They have 0 points. I had grapes. Linda made an apple with some kind of stuff on it. That was 3 points for that. A whole apple was 3 points, and it was baked. And there was a 3-point or 5-point chicken, 3-point chicken from the recipes, which is unbelievable. And then that came with spaghetti, so it turned out 11. I did good yesterday. I dropped weight.
Good for you.
That's the first time I've ever dropped weight in a Super Bowl.
Nice job. So I go on Saturday night. I'm at my parents' house, and my mom only drinks white wine, but my sister wanted red wine.
To get pink.
So she finds this great bottle of Duckhorn wine. I guess my sister loves wine.
Duck corn.
Horn. I think it's called Duckhorn.
Is that
I
a
guess it's
thing?
an expensive bottle of wine, and it's like
Really?
a 30-year-old bottle of wine. So
And you opened it?
here's the story. My sister goes to open it, and what happens? The cork starts breaking away in
Deteriorated.
the corkscrew. So my mom goes, okay, here's a new, now you know my mother, right? There's always more because everyone has multiple corkscrews. Here's a new corkscrew. Try this corkscrew. She opens up the package, turns it a little bit more, and it deteriorates a little bit more. Now dinner is totally cold that we brought in. My dad goes, let me try it. Now it's a whole entire family ordeal. My dad takes a third corkscrew, screws it in. Now we've got a hole going right through the middle of the cork. The cork is not coming out. The bottle of wine, my mom's like, and that was my good bottle of wine. My sister goes, I'll buy you another bottle of wine. It's a whole thing about the wine. I go, give me the bottle. You're going to do it? I'm going to take care of it. So I do what I do, and I take care of it, right? Pour my sister a glass of wine. She goes, wow, how'd you do that? This is really good.
How did you remove the cork?
I go, I got this. Yes. So then her wife comes in, and April's drinking the whole bottle of wine. Not the whole bottle, but her glass of wine. Her wife comes in. She goes, this is really good. Can Leah have a glass also? Now my story has to be shared on how I did it because now people are watching.
How
as
you
they're
what?
done
But tell
eating.
us what it is you did.
How I got the cork out.
Okay.
So took a knife
Yeah.
and I pushed the cork in.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
what happens?
Cork
All the
was-
sediment is now inside the bottle. So then I take the wine glass and a paper towel. All these things I've learned apparently from owning our studio. And I pour the wine through the paper towel to hold the sediment, and whoop, it goes right into the glass. Spectacular, right? They were quite impressed and decided that the reason I was so adept at bartending
'cause you drink a lot.
is because we drink a lot here at the cafe.
You could have used a coffee filter.
That would have meant I had to start looking. I didn't want anyone to know what I had done, and I was standing right next to the paper towel roll. So zip, 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 done in the garbage.
Well, I'm gonna give you a trick. If that ever happens, if the cork ever deteriorates on you, take the cork and put it over the heater, like a stove or something, even a hair dryer, and heat up the neck of the bottle, and the cork will slip right out.
Even if it's deteriorating?
Mm-hmm.
Teddy, hear that?
It
We've
would
had a
have-
couple
Decided to
bottles
try
like
it.
that happen.
Yeah, we have.
And then we push it in and we strain it. But the best part was, apparently you must drink a lot at the Brooklyn Cafe show. Is that how you know how to do that?
No, we just have a high IQ. We know how to get stuff in and out of a
So
bottle.
it was totally
That's hilarious.
how I had to strain it. Yes.
Say good morning to Debbie Lee. She's watching. Elizabeth Basvet. Joanne Costello. Say good morning. Barbara Gilfine.
That's
good
Bubby.
morning. Barbara is
Hi,
Bubba,
Bubby.
ain't it?
That's Bubby. Hey,
Bu-
Bubby.
Bubby or Okay, Bubby.
Bubby. What do your grandkids call you?
Papa.
Oh my God, I saw Brecken. He's like a linebacker. Running
Brecken,
around
yes,
that
you
house.
saw that?
Oh my gosh,
He's
he's 8
running
months
now.
old and he's running.
And you haven't seen Joey. Joey is the size of
Valerie?
Valerie. So I said to my son, I said, who's that? He says, that's Joey, Dad. And I go, come on. I mean, he's huge.
He's only 1.5. He's
Yeah, but
not even
like
2
4.
yet.
He's humongous.
We were on the phone over the weekend talking about this gig that we're doing the end of the month, Teddy, and all of a sudden silence on the
no.
technicalities. Joey opens a book, and he's reading his ABC book, and he gets to lemonade, but apparently he likes to say it's a cup. It's a lemonade. So he goes from A to L, which is cup again. Everything's purple. So cute, right? Silence to
When
listen
did
to
this
Joey
happen?
read when we were on the phone.
You heard all that?
Yes,
Where was I?
on the phone.
No, I didn't hear none of
You didn't hear any of that?
that. No.
And everything was purple, and he was reading the book to him, and you were right there.
Wow.
You missed
Okay.
the whole conversation
No,
with
I
your
heard it. I
grandson.
heard it.
Apple ball.
He said that?
Uh-huh.
No.
Yes.
He was reading?
Yes.
No.
It was an ABC book.
I don't believe you.
Yes. And everything kind of sounds like cracker and purple, except to Gio, who knew exactly what every word was.
Yeah, Gio has conversations. When Gio talks, like he sounds like a kid talking anyway. But
But I was like, oh my God, he
Wow,
says such
you
a
heard
sweet
all
little
that.
voice.
I
Yeah.
ain't hear none of that.
The world stops when the grandson talks.
Now, I got another question for you guys. If I were to take the rugs and put them out in the rain and let them get wet and then hang it,
They would smell
smack
bad.
it, and then deodorize it. No, because it's going to smell and deodorize it. Will they come
No,
in
you
and
gotta,
smell like a
like-
wet dog still?
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta like scrub at it and get all the dirt and stuff out.
Well, what if we take it outside and do that? Wash it with soap and water. Would
I
that
mean,
work?
Or we could just get a rug doctor machine for $29.99 at Publix.
No, because
leave it
that's
on the
going to
floor.
require effort.
And
More effort than going outside and power
But you
washing
know what's
the
going to
rug
happen?
and
She's going to
scrubbing
say,
it.
not cleaning it. I already know what's going to happen. You're
I've
not
already
clean-
been thinking about what car it's going into the dump, yours or mine. But apparently mine, because it won't fit in yours.
We're not taking it to the dump. We're going to try to salvage it.
Okay, so we'll have to get a carpet cleaner. You
Now,
can wait
I
to see
got
the
I
new
got to
one.
tell you a story
Uh-huh.
before we go.
Okay.
So, last week on a Friday, I took my car in to wash, and I took it and brought it home. You know, I was talking to Dawn on the way home on Friday. And I said, Dawn, did he use a bad rag or something? Something really stinks in my
Yes, you
car.
did.
Like halitosis. You know what halitosis is? It's toe cheese on a bad day.
Ew.
Yes, very stinky. So this has been going on all week, and it's like,
We were laughing about it on Friday's show, actually.
yeah. So was it Friday when I got home? Because I went to dinner, I got home, and it was so putrid. the smell was like I had a dead body in a car. So Linda goes to the back in her infinite wisdom, and she takes out a bag of beef, a thing of beef that I had bought the prior week,
Oh.
which now has a face on it, by the way, and is talking.
Oh.
And the smell was so, it just got me so upset.
Oh.
So I had to leave my car open all weekend. But the smell, what? I have a garage.
Oh.
The smell.
Did you get rid of the smell?
Oh, yeah.
Vinegar.
No, I sprayed it with Lysol and everything else in the world you can think of.
If you put vinegar in a bowl and you put a piece of bread in it, it absorbs the smell. Throw it away.
I can also
Always.
get,
You can do it anywhere in your house, in your car.
I can get damp it too. You just put it in the bag and it sucks up all the moisture in the
There
stink.
you go.
But it's okay. It survived. But my goodness gracious, have you ever forgotten something or misplaced something in your car? A perishable item. Not a canned item, a perishable item. And the stink that comes after it.
Eggs.
It wasn't really a bad smell. Grandma gave me leftovers that she had made of
That too.
sausage and peppers, and I left it in the back seat. for-
How long?
I think just a day or two.
Try a week and 3 days.
No thanks.
How many ingredients is your max on cooking? Because I've about maxed out on my ingredients.
So, I typically like one pot dishes, so it requires one pot. And I think it's like 6 ingredients.
That's ridiculous.
I'm with you. One pot. Yep.
That's-
One pot.
Let me tell
At
you.
max 2, and that's only if
Yeah,
the
I was
second
gonna
one's
say,
pasta.
Even some of those one pot dishes require 2, just because of the way I cook.
Let me tell you something.
One pot.
When I used to cook, I always washed the pot so that every time I use one, I washed it. So now Linda has picked up that habit. Thank God. It's only taken 10 years. So she washes as she goes along. Linda's daughter does not. There is pots and pans to the ceiling when she finishes cooking.
I'm all in. Teddy, how about you? How many ingredients? How many pots?
I like to do as many as I can because that way when it turns out really well, I feel like I did something very like intricate.
Very pottish.
What's your favorite thing to
Yeah.
make?
There's a steak that I really like. It's a rosemary and garlic reverse seared ribeye, which sounds more complicated than it is, but it's my favorite thing to make.
Is it hard?
No, it's really not that hard. I'll send you the recipe. It's just
No, just bring in the steak.
patience. I will. It's my favorite thing to make.
How many ingredients?
I have to count. Wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe like 7 or 8.
That's
if
not too
that.
bad.
It just takes a really long time because you have to do it very slowly. So it's like 2 hours in the oven on a very low heat. And then you put it for like 30 minutes on the stove and you're scooping the butter back onto the steak to like make it crispy.
Wow.
There is a book, a cookbook, 5 ingredients or less.
I have it.
I can't
So
do
just
it.
use that. If you use that, you can't go wrong. We have it. We've used it, and you can't go wrong.
Can't
the
go
other thing is you should tell Chuck that when you cook, he
Get
has-
out of my way.
No, he has to clean.
That's how Zach and I do it.
I have to do it that way.
Whoever cooks, the other one cleans.
That's right. So
No, it's
yesterday, Linda was giving me all sorts of options. Do you want to do the dishes or do the laundry? You want to do the dishes or vacuum? You want to do the dishes? And I'm going to tell you, I got dishpan hands because I wasn't doing that other stuff. I want to do all the dishes because I'm watching the game as I'm doing it.
Nope. I cooked. I did the dishes. I did the laundry.
No,
We
no,
cleaned up after the dog. The dog had a reaction to her vaccine on Saturday, so the dog did a mess all over poor Chelsea's room. Comforter, sheets, carpet. We had to
What,
move the
poo-poo?
bed, everything. Ugh.
You should have
Poor
put them
thing.
in the bathroom.
Well, we had to clean it before we could put her in the bathroom. So that's how we spent
Did
our
you call the
morning.
vet and say, hello, maybe this shot's a little too strong for a 9-pound dog?
Yeah, but by then she already had it. It's like we kind of described it as if you were to have a reaction to the COVID vaccine, your body is fighting off what it's supposed to build immunities to, and the dog got sick. The only problem is when it's a dog, there's nothing you can do. Like, they just look so freaking pathetic. And it's just so sad. It breaks your heart. So there I am making the dog chicken and rice, and she's eating it out of my hand on the floor.
Which is what you can tell when they're not feeling well when they do that.
And that's pretty much how my day
Wrap
went
her in a
yesterday.
blanket. You know, the problem is the kid, you should have put a pamper on her. Should have gone to the pet store. They have Pampers for dogs. And
Poor thing. So that was yesterday. But yeah, I just said to him, at one point of cooking, I just stood away. And he looks at me, I go, when you're done, let me know.
What do you mean when you're done?
When you're done getting your snacks in your bowl in the refrigerator and the this, you let me know because I need my space.
Oh,
Carla, what's
Jesus.
your favorite thing to make?
I like making pasta, but I just go on Pinterest and I find like recipes. That's right.
Ingredients?
Dinners, recipes.
So what do you do? Do you screenshot them and then open them up and then it's on your phone?
So I have a board. I have a full food board, and then I screenshot them on my pictures.
Do you like people helping you cook? You ladies like people helping you cook?
No.
I love it.
Depends on something.
You like it or no?
Yeah, Michael's really good at he's really good at cooking, so I love when he helps because I'm like, you stand at the stove and you do everything here, and I'm gonna do everything at the oven and prepping, and we're gonna get it done really quickly.
That's awesome. That's
It's
how
so
Aaron and
easy.
Ashley do it. It's so much better that way, right? And then it becomes more fun. When you're doing it, it's a chore.
Yeah, but then what happens is in
They
my
get in your
world,
way.
they're getting not only getting in your way, but then they have their ways of doing things, and I have my ways of doing things.
No, that's why you get someone like Michael who like he's good at cooking, but he doesn't have any bad habits because he so rarely does it. That I'm like, no, I'm gonna tell you how to do it,
Yeah.
and then he does it that way, and now he has the same habits I do, and it's so easy.
She's trained him in her way.
I really-
I'm gonna tell you something. That evaporates. Just to tell you. Now let me ask you: do you measure stuff like it says 1.5 teaspoons?
It
You
depends.
measure? She a
Yeah,
measurer?
I do.
You're a measurer. I'm not a measurer. I go
Chili
like
powder,
this.
I do. Salt
I go
and
like
pepper,
this.
I don't. I've learned though the pepper comes out too much.
I don't, and just
You and Pepper have a relationship.
There's a
You
story
like it
behind
hot.
that.
Is it?
I do like it hot, but no. When I was a kid growing up, we had nannies all the time because we just did. So we had one. I remember being a little girl because we were in our old house. I was probably 4 or 3, and I did not like her cooking. And I told her I
So
did
she
not
gave you
like her
pepper?
cooking because she cooked with pepper. That was the last time because apparently Miss Dawn fired her. I was 4.
When I was in Puerto Rico, I had a
Now every
lady.
time I use pepper, I think of her. I remember her name.
I was in Puerto Rico. I had this lady who used to make rice and beans. First of all, she didn't know how to make rice, and I had to teach her. She didn't cook the beans out of a can. She just served them. And I said to her, "No, honey, you gotta cook these, and you gotta." No, you don't. It says serve. That says no. So I had that issue. So now I am very particular. Rice has to be cooked at a certain low temperature, slow go. Otherwise, it gets soggy. You ever had soggy rice?
Chloe's not allowed to make rice.
Don't like soggy.
But I do like spicy food. You don't.
No. You like food that's on. I was tearing, okay? And you said, this is nothing. I said, really?
And
I couldn't even
cut it
talk.
in-
My
and I had
tongue
cut
fell
it
out of
in
my
half
mouth.
for you at that one. I know.
But there is, you could put a pepper and a salt shaker and leave the food that way, and then you can add your own. You don't have to make it like the dragon.
Well, usually it's just me that eats what I make, so it's a whole lot different.
And then you wonder why, Dawn, you have bad stomach issues. Now I know why.
No, not at all.
Oh, yes. Now, before we go, I want to
Because
ask
we got a lot.
you-
We got shows back to back to
Yeah, but I
back.
want to ask you a question.
We got to set up that studio for
I
Val.
want to, if you let me ask, we get out of here.
Okay.
Do you know that if you have O positive blood, your chances of getting the virus are
Less.
not less. It's like 90% no. You won't get it. Did you know that? You knew this information. You didn't tell me or the audience.
We talked about it in the
O,
beginning.
O positive. So I'm gonna go get a blood test. Now. I know I'm not O positive.
What do
I
you
think I'm
you
O,
are?
but I'm O positive. And you don't get it because you don't have anything for it to latch onto.
Isn't the O positive like one of the very rare ones?
Very rare. I met a lady on Friday who was O positive. She says everybody around me has gotten it, and I went in the room and I don't get it. I says, you want it?
Yeah, they're saying that the blood types have a difference of, I guess, proteins or something.
We should bring in somebody who does the testing on the show. So we
You can get a home test, and you just.
Do you really have faith in that?
I got blood tested from it, and it was right.
From home?
Yeah, but at school we had
Oh,
to do it.
That scares me.
Why?
Because the last time I had somebody took a home test, she said she was pregnant, and she wasn't. And you know what? I'm done with that whole home testing.
Well, that's what the new home COVID testings are like. They said
Why
it's
are you
like a
laughing?
pregnancy test. So
You
know
don't
what
know
the
my
lines-
life. You don't know my life. Then I find out somebody else did the urine on the stick, you know? Did the pee-pee on the stick.
Wow.
It was somebody else. So it's like if Taylor was doing the test and Teddy took the pee-pee for her. So she was pregnant. She wasn't. I got
What are
blamed.
you saying?
Neither
like, this
Taylor
man
or
is
I are
crazy.
pregnant. I would like to make that
No,
clear.
I'm saying
Neither
as
of
an
us is pregnant.
example, Lucy, sample.
It's going to be totally different. All these new home tests are
No,
coming
we gotta
out.
get out of here. We got shows to do.
We got to go. All right, stay tuned. We got Small Talk with Al coming up at 10:30. We got Talking with Taylor at 11, Fuego at 11:30, and then back to us at 12. So have a great morning, everyone. Stay dry, be kind to each other, and we'll see you in a little bit.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.